Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Ping and Play. Today just want to share my knowledge on trunk port. So before going to trunk port, there will be a term called access port. So this is a switch. Here consider this switch physically this is 2. Okay, this is switch 1. This is the switch 2. So here I am taking these 10 switch ports. I am grouping these 10 interfaces as VLAN 10. I am grouping these 10 interfaces to VLAN 20. So ఇది switch 1, ఇది switch 2. Okay, and switch 2, these interfaces I am clubbing for VLAN 10. These interfaces I am assigning VLAN 20. So here, what is access port? Access port is nothing but these are the switch ports. So I'm using these 10 switch ports to specific VLAN 10. So then it will be called as access port. So within VLAN they can communicate. So now what is trunk port? Trunk port is nothing but here there will be a 2 switches, and if I'll connect the link here as a trunk port, I can achieve the VLAN 10. So if I configure the trunk line between switch 1 and switch 2, here the FA0/5 will be there. Here the FA0/5 will be there. So if I configure the trunk line between these switches, I can achieve here the group of devices which are assigned to VLAN 10 can communicate with these interfaces which are assigned to VLAN 10 in switch 2. So by configuring the trunk port, we can achieve the communication between these devices, which are the devices are connected in the switch 1, as VLAN 10 can communicate with VLAN 10 in the switch 2 devices. These ports, can communicate with these ports simply. So the VLAN 10, these switch ports is communicate with these switch ports. I think this is messy. So in that way, so here this is trunk line. I'll configure these faces as trunk line so that I can communicate with these PC0, PC1 can communicate with PC8 and laptop 0. PC2 and PC3, these can communicate with PC6 and PC7. Okay, so quickly configure the IP addresses to the layer 3 devices like these PC and laptop. Okay, IP configuration. So already assigned. Subnet mask. So this is PC3 20.0.0.2 subnet mask. PC8 10.0.0.3. 10.0.0.4. The subnet mask is 255.0.0.0, and we'll assign the IP address to this 10.0.0.3. Sorry, 20.0.0.3, and the subnet mask here PC7. 20.0.0.4. Let me check quickly the IP addresses of these devices. So 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, 20.0.1. Okay, everything will be fine. So I'm going to switch CLI command line interface, enable configure terminal. So I'll create VLANs first, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, and name ID. Exit. Let me check. Okay, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. In switch 2 also, I'll create the VLAN, enable. So I'm in the switch 2, enable config terminal. We'll assign VLAN 10, VLAN 20, name, exit. Do show VLAN. So here I have created VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 in the switch 2. So in the switch 1, I'll assign the interfaces. So I'm in switch 0. Interface range FA0/1 to 2. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 10. So I have assigned these FA0/1 and FA0/2 VLAN 1, and I have connected PC0 and PC1 in that specific VLAN. Okay. Do show VLAN. So see here for VLAN 10 FA0/1 FA0/2, and then interface interface range FA0/3 to 4. Oh. So here interface range FA0/3 to 4. It's lagging. Switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 20. Do show see here FA0/1 and FA0/2 are in VLAN 10, FA0/3 and FA0/4 are in VLAN 20. So the same will configure in the switch 2 as well. So I already assigned the VLANs in that particular switch. Let me go interface range FA0/1 to 2, switch port mode access, switch port mode, switch port access VLAN 10, and then interface range FA03 3 to 4, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 20. So let me check, do show VLAN. So see here, FA0/1, FA0/2 are connected PC8 and laptop 0 assigned to VLAN 10. Here FA0/3 and FA0/4 are connected to PC6 and PC7, which are clubbed in VLAN 20. Okay, so let me ping from PC0 to PC8. I didn't configure the trunk line, by the way. So before that, just want to show you PC0 command prompt ping. Here I have given the IP address to this PC8 is 10.0.0.3. Let me ping. Here communication has failed because VLAN 10, whatever the devices are connected to specific VLAN, are not able to connect here VLAN 10, which is clubbed in this switch 1. So in this scenario we need trunk line. So using trunk line we can achieve the communication between this VLAN 10 in switch 0 in VLAN 2, VLAN 20 in switch 1. So if so final గా ఈ ట్రంక్ లైన్ అనేది ఈ స్విచ్ 0 నుంచి స్విచ్ 1 కనెక్ట్ చేయగలిగితే ఈ VLAN లో ఏవైతే డివైసెస్ కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి ఉన్నాయో ఆ డివైసెస్ ఈ VLAN 10 కనెక్ట్ చేసి ఉన్నాయో స్విచ్ 1 లో they can communicate. So by enabling the trunk line we can achieve the communication between different VLANs in different switches. So let me configure the trunk line then. Switch CLI fuck, exit interface FA0/5, right? I'm in switch 0 in switch port mode trunk. Here also I'll configure trunk line to the FA0/5. Oh my god, switch port, sorry, before that I need to go to interface FA0/5, switch port mode. So I have configured the trunk line between switch 0 and switch 1. Let me show you the command here. do show interface shit, show interface trunk. So by using this command we can see the trunk line details. So here you can see VLANs FA0/5 VLAN 1. So this is the native VLAN. VLAN 1 by default all the switch ports are into the VLAN 1. So along with that we have created VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So VLANs allowed and active in management domain. So the port is FA0/5. So now here also you can see the status. Show interface trunk. See here VLAN 1, 10, 20 are connected. Okay. Now let me ping then. I'm in PC 0. Again I'm pinging 10.0.0.3 which I have the device IP which is connected in switch 1 in VLAN 10. Let me ping. See it's pinging. So this is it. By using trunk line we can achieve the communication between switch 0 VLAN 10 to switch 1 VLAN 10. Whatever the devices are connected to specific VLAN 10 can communicate with switch 0 device which are connected to VLAN. This is it. So let me ping from PC2 as well. So PC2 command prompt ping 20.0.0.3 20.0.0.3. See it's pinging. So the devices PC2 and PC3 are assigned to the VLAN 20 can communicate with PC6, PC7 which are connected in the switch 1 in VLAN 20. If you want I can ping I'm in PC2 PC2 let me ping 10.0.0.3 the device which is in the VLAN 10. See it won't ping like that. Only the devices which are connected here for VLAN 10 can only communicate with same VLAN between the switches. So this is how we can achieve the end communication between two different VLANs in two different switches. Thank you guys. Please hit like, share, subscribe.